8 new Android Oreo features you should know about. If you buy a mid-range or a flagship phone now, it will probably ship with Android Oreo, also known as Android 8. And last year's flagships are starting to receive the Android Oreo update. Thus, this is the perfect time to learn about the new features and capabilities of Android 8 Oreo. In fact, since there's so little aesthetic change in Oreo and because every manufacturer puts on their own skin over stock Android anyway, you might be running Android Oreo without knowing. Android Oreo's new picture-in-picture mode lets you use 2 apps at once thanks to a small window. Here's how to find which apps support it and how to utilize it. When you're watching a video in an app like Netflix or VLC, just hit the home button and the video will shrink to a little floating window. You can then open any other app, catch up on email, or even play games while watching the video. Tap on the floating window to get control options. Hit the X button to remove the floating window. While YouTube supports picture-in-picture mode, it requires a subscription to YouTube Red. As we've talked about previously, you can use NewPipe as an alternative. The YouTube app for Android can do a lot more than you might think. Here are a few of our favorite YouTube tricks and tips for your phone. Picture-in-picture also works with Google Maps, Google Play Movies, Facebook, Telegram, Duo, Pocket Casts and more. Chrome will put any full-screen video into picture-in-picture mode as soon as you hit that home button, except, of course, a YouTube video. To see a list of all installed apps that support picture-in-picture, and to turn the feature off, search for picture-in-picture in the Settings app. If you've used Chrome's Autofill feature, you know that Google has an entire framework dedicated to saving login details for websites you visit. Android Oreo brings this feature to your smartphones and adds support for apps. Now, if you choose to, you can let Google automatically fill in login details for apps you're using. In fact, as this is a framework, you aren't limited to Google's autofill feature. You can use something like 1Password, LastPass or Dashlane, which are way more secure. Next time you try to log in with a supported app, Google's autofill feature will ask if you want to automatically fill in from one of the available usernames and passwords. Notifications are one of the strongest features in Android. But as Android has grown, apps have started to abuse the access that notifications have to your direct attention. Android Oreo brings a new feature called Notification Channels. Android 8.0 Oreo's notification channels are a powerful new way to make sure that your phone only alerts you of priority information. Here's everything on the way notifications have changed in Oreo. Notification Channels helps you sort notifications based on importance. Multiple notifications for the same app can appear at different places in the notification drawer based on the notification's importance. And while the system for accessing this feature is a bit convoluted, you get complete control over what kinds of notification can get your attention instantly or not at all. From Settings, select an app from the App Info screen and go to the Notifications section. If the app supports notification channels, you'll find a Categories section. Tap on a category and then select Importance. Here, you can switch the importance to low, medium, high or urgent. As the titles suggest, an urgent notification will make a sound and pop up on the screen. On the other end, a low notification won't appear in the notification bar at all. Swipe horizontally, just a bit, on a notification and next to the gear icon, you'll find a new clock icon. Tap on it and you'll get an option to snooze the notification for an hour. You can pick a different time span from the drop-down box if you want. This is Android's take on iOS's app badges. Minus the stress. The notification dots feature will put a little dot in the bottom right corner of the app when you have any unread notification. You can tap and hold on the app icon to see a new pop-up, which will show all the notifications for the specific app. Unlike iOS, Android doesn't show the number of the unread messages in the dot. Somehow, Android's blob emojis turned into a controversial debate, where seemingly both sides had a sound design opinion. I think they were hideous and lacked any kind of a coherent design language. Confused by the emojis in that text message you just got? Here are the commonly accepted meanings of popular emojis. But I'm not a fan of the replacement either. Android Oreo's emojis have the same round shape of Apple's emojis, but that's where the comparison stops. Oreo's emojis are unnecessarily detailed. For goodness sake, they have gradients. I wish Apple would make its emojis open source so we could use them everywhere. But this is the world we live in now, one of emoji fragmentation. Selecting text on a touchscreen, especially on Android, is kind of a nightmare. You can never get it exactly right. Android Oreo tries to make this process slightly less tedious. Now, when you're selecting text, Android will try to help you automatically select an important element, like an address or a phone number, and then provide handy shortcuts in the pop-up menu itself. For instance, if you've selected some text that looks like an address, you'll get a shortcut to directly open it in Google Maps. This nifty little feature will automatically enable Wi-Fi when you're near high-quality saved networks. Basically, when you're near your home or your office, Android will automatically enable Wi-Fi for you. This way, you won't accidentally overspend your cellular data allowance. Android Oreo is filled with small features and under-the-hood changes. For instance, some Android One devices now get an ambient mode. Google Assistant is twice as fast. And there's support for adaptive icons. Quick Settings on stock Android now has the same gray background. The Settings app has been redesigned and simplified yet again. Android is great, but it can always improve. These apps offer great features that we wish Google would include by default. Jealous of the iPhone's best features? With a few free apps, you can add the best features of iOS to your Android phone. Android 9.0 Pie is here and it offers some awesome new features. Here's a tour of the most exciting improvements in Android Pie. Text source, makeuseof.com.